What is up, everybody? It's Javier with the Enrichtifyers, and today we have quite a fascinating and interesting story for you, one that I am interested in and interested in passionately. So let's go ahead and look at this story. It's basically a story of not really cancel culture, but censorship. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, a couple days ago, John Cena was in an interview, it appears, on a Taiwanese broadcast, and said that Taiwan is going to be the first country to see F9, which is the new movie he's in, Fast and Furious 9. And that got a whole lot of backlash from mainland China. So let's go ahead and look into this. On Tuesday, Cena apologized for calling Taiwan a country in an interview he gave to a Taiwanese broadcaster early this month, saying that it was not appropriate. He is quoted saying, "I made a mistake. I must say right now, it is so important. I love and respect Chinese people," Cena said to his 600,000 fans on his Chinese Weibo account, if that's how you say it. And that's basically a Chinese-made social media, one that the government can control. "I'm very sorry for my mistakes. Sorry, I'm really sorry." He's saying sorry so many times. Jeez. "You have to understand that I love and respect China and Chinese people. China sees Taiwan as an integral part of its own territory and rejects any reference to the self-governed island as an independent state. In recent years, international rhetoric over Taiwan has been intensifying. A growing number of individuals as well as businesses have been caught up in defining Taiwan's status. The 17-time WWE professional wrestling champion in the latest high-profile Westerner to find himself at the center of political as well as public opinion storm. So, in terms of Taiwan, I looked up a little bit this. I read a bit into it. It appears that Taiwan is it legitimately its own country? Yes and no. So, yes, in terms of how it's governed, because it has its own constitution, it has its own democratic leadership and democratic elections, and many other factors to it. It has definitely become more separate from China, and China's government does not really have an oversee in terms of its power into it. But it has not officially declared independence, from what I've read. So it has, so that's kind of why it's a mixed bag. I do consider it basically its own state just because of how it's run and how it operates now, and basically don't want China to have it because I do not like China at all. So I do consider Taiwan its own independent state. So the controversy began when Cena early this month told Taiwanese broadcaster TVBS in Mandarin that Taiwan is the first country that can watch F9. On Weibo, news of Cena's apology in Mandarin has become one of the most discussed topics on Tuesday, so 2 days ago. The hashtag John Cena apologized in China after calling Taiwan a country has been viewed nearly 840,000 times. More than 10,000 commenters left remarks under his apology video. While some expressed their understanding, others were unimpressed. "You are being evasive. You cannot smash Chinese pot while eat Chinese rice," wrote Mu Rao Feng, if that's how you say it. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. "Please say Taiwan is a part of China in Mandarin," said Taiwa Dai Shi. "Otherwise, we won't accept it." So, yes, this is another story of Hollywood bowing to China in order to be able to get their money because they value the money. It's the whole business ordeal. And this is the thing that's most upsetting about this. Now, in terms of Cena, he probably was called by executives of whatever, I don't know this, I forget the studio that makes the Fast and Furious movies, but probably executive called him up, said, "Hey, you're sparking backlash, and China will probably be mad at this, so you need to make an apology video." And it's just part of his, and probably Cena did it because it's probably part of his, he didn't want to lose his career or have his career impacted in terms of the movie business. So, I mean, I understand that aspect. And at the same time, what I'm upset about is that a lot of these studio companies recently have been pushing woke identity politics in their products, in their entertainment and things, and also just other aspects of their company, like with Walt Disney, the whole white privilege training, there was a whistleblower showing that the staff training and talking about critical race theory and all that. And some of the slides they showed were very demeaning, especially of white people just because they're white. And plus other initiatives made by other companies. But the thing is, in other countries where that's more frowned upon, they'll backtrack on that. Why? Because they don't care about woke progressive. I refuse to believe that these companies really care about these progressive ideas or these woke identity politics they're pushing into stuff. I don't believe they care about that legitimately for a second. I think they only do it because they know it's popular in the country now and they know it makes money. That's it. That's it. Why? Because in other countries they backtrack on that. For example, when Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, on the Chinese poster, Finn was significantly shrunk. Why? Because he is black and the China government does not like black people there. Gotta take a quick swig of water. And in terms of this one, where John Cena has to profusely apologize, saying, sorry, I'm so sorry. I love China and Chinese people, because he dared to refer to Taiwan as its own country. Like, over the littlest of things. And then people in the comments saying, like, we don't accept, you must say this. And it's that's my whole issue with this whole thing, is that these studios want to push their politics and things into their stories, into the entertainment they put out, and kind of teach people what to think or how to act or what to believe. But they'll backtrack on that in other countries, like China or other censorship countries, because they want their money. That's at the end of the day what the companies want. Walt Disney or whatever studio is producing Fast and Furious and all the other mega studios, they want money. So they'll do whatever gets them the most money. So, that's why I refuse to buy into the fact that I don't believe any of these companies really stand for these things. I really don't. And, like, if you are legitimately against fascism and oppressive governments and for democracy and freedom, then don't frickin' apologize to the government of China or anything like that, like John Cena does here. Like, don't do that. Like, have a backbone. Stand for what you believe. If you think what China does is wrong in terms of how they treat their people, especially Muslims in the concentration camps, which Disney said, thank you for letting us film near there for the Mulan film, then say it. Like, have a backbone. Okay? I will say it. Yes, China is an oppressive, evil government, an evil, evil regime. And screw the Chinese government. Screw them. So that's just the whole thing with this story that just gets me whole worked up. It's just like stop Hollywood. Stop with the preaching of your politics, whatever leftism or woke identity politics and stuff, and then have your studio, and then have those same studios and things backtrack that for the sake of money in the other countries. Like, just stop. It's pure hypocrisy, and it just is upsetting to me in the long run. So I think that about concludes this video. So what do you guys think about the whole John Cena apologizing to China situation? Let me know in the comments. And if you did like this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Just so you know, I will be starting to work on here very soon on The Boys Season 2, Part 2 of the in-depth critique and analysis. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.